Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Darkpole Algo, and thanks for joining me on another weekend watch list building session. Today is Sunday, January 30th, 2021 or 2022. Wow. And the stock market's gonna go crazy next week. I mean, crazy. A little bit of a recovery going into Friday, but I think that we're gonna get maybe a little bit more of an extended move. We will look at stocks, options, and some futures to kind of gauge where we're going to go this week. First of all, I want to thank y'all for showing up. Just a reminder, we stream every morning, Monday through Friday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to start having some guest appearances throughout the week. I think we're going to get the folks from Predicted Trades to show up one day a week, provide you a free trade. If you haven't checked out Predicted Trades yet, go check them out. They are the home of the Beast system. The Beast system is mathematically accurate best entry levels for options, both calls and puts. So you get to play the upside and the downside. Also, FLOWTRADE, the smart money dark pool and block trade algorithm system that's created the Flow Index. Flow Index tracks large institutions, hedge funds, smart money, dark pools, and block trades. It is a predictive indicator as well. Now, when we put the two together, what we get is non-stop 100% gainers constantly. Every single day, we're hitting those. Oh man, we're killing it. So, super excited about that. And if this is your first time seeing this video or being on this channel, thank you. I appreciate it for showing up. Do me a favor, go ahead and click that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so that you get notified anytime we put out a new video. Sit back, relax. We're going to be here for a little bit. Got top 4 stocks for this week right after this quick intro. See you in a second. All right, welcome back. So, exciting. All right, we're going to go through our top 4 stocks for this week. I've gone through, looked at them from a technical standpoint. They're at some key support levels. We're looking at them from the smart money dark pool and block trade software from FlowTrade standpoint. They've got bullish divergence, so ready to follow the flow index. So, the top 4 stocks for this week are Snapchat, Carvana, CVNA, Affirm, AFRM, and Spotify. Now I know there's some Spotify news coming out, so we will be a little bit gentle with that. But I think that these 4 stocks will definitely give us an opportunity to make some money this week. Okay, so let's just jump right into it, shall we? All right, we're going to use FSLY. I apologize. Snapchat divergence looks great. However, earnings, I don't like to play stocks into earnings, FSLY. So reset, restart, here we go. Price actions continuing to fade off, right? The smart money flow index is starting to buy into it. It's making a series of higher highs, higher lows. We have a dark pool block trade at 24.47 and another one at 25.49. So that is your support, your resistance. We get through it. I think we'd start taking out maybe this previous high over here at 28, forming a 1, 2, 3 Wu-Tang reversal. Sorry, I just got a new puppy too, so I got to keep an eye on him. All right, FSLY is trading at -2 ATR, so we're looking for a little bit of a reversal. We're going to run into earnings, which is in 2 weeks, right? So reversion to the 21 puts us at $30, right? And our high over here was 28, 29.30, and that puts us up in here. We might be able to get to that. All right, FSLY. SLY, and then finally all right, FSLY with, we'll get the unusual options built on that one. Look at that, 900% open interest sweep, 44 puts for February 11th, 900% of total. That's crazy. All right. So we see the divergence, right? Divergence occurred at approximately the $28 level. That's where price started heading in one direction and the flow index started heading in another. We're forming a nice 1, 2, 3 reversal in price action. FSLY is trading at -2 ATR with our Ready Aim Fire and our Squeeze Pro starting to curl around for a rally back up to the 21 EMA before earnings. Going into Friday, sold off, big old rally. Right, pullback, rally into the close. Currently, we're currently trading at the 4-hour Keltner channel bottom, which is also, let's see, the best time frame for this is going to be this one here. All right, so the 4-hour Keltner channel bottom and the monthly bottom, major areas of support, right? Currently trading at 25. I would look for a move up to about 26, and then we get into the daily Keltner channel cloud. We would fight our way through 26 to about 27.50, on our way up to the 4-hour top at 28. Right, that $28 level is here, so that's the move, just so that you can see the move back up to the $28 level, which was at earlier in the week. FSLY is, like I said, currently trading way down here at the support level. It's got some, so that one's working. I wonder what's up. I might have to change the name of it, but so I guess the ATR is working on this chart. Oh well. Snap has earnings. I didn't realize it. All right, FSLY. Okay, trading at monthly bottom, major support level. So it traded from the monthly bottom to the 4-hour bottom. From the 4-hour bottom, right, held it, kept rejecting the daily Keltner channel cloud. Finally got through it. Rejected the 4-hour mid, came back down to the bottom, monthly bottom. So now on its cycle back up, we're going to look for it to attack, right? MACD crossover, radiant fire firing off, squeeze pro firing on the 30 minutes, so we should get a couple more cycles of that. So we're looking for that move back up to 4-hour mid, daily bottom, the 26, fight through the daily cloud to 27. Ultimate target is that $28 level, which is the 4-hour top. Okay, above the 4-hour top, we have the weekly cloud, which is going to be major resistance. It would take a lot for this stock to get through that. And then looking at this on our, what day are we on here? The 30th. So I like to use the 10-minute, 30-day chart with a point of control, so that we can see what that point of control is. I just get to get this back to the 30 days, right? I'm just call it good there. So point of control is about $33. We have to get back up above the 200. And if you look at it this way, oh, where's the right one? Right, it's starting to get stack positive moving averages. Those are starting to get stack positive again. We're going to fight up to the 200 SMA, which is at 25. Above 25, then we start moving to that $28 previous high. Above 28, remember we have all that resistance here, so I don't think we quite hit that point of control. There's no real unusual options other than the... those have already passed. Those are already passed, but here's the move. Stack positive moving averages, right? Trying to fight up above the 200 SMA, so above 26, 27, 28. Pretty simple little move for FSLY. All right, moving on to the next one that we have on our list is going to be Carvana. All right, Carvana's deviation's a little bit more exaggerated, so it's a little easier for us to gauge, direction. A little double bottom, coming off a double bottom. One regular block trade. All right, sorry about that. Had a little break. So Carvana, I'm not sure I left off, but definitely one regular block trade coming in at 140.95. Double bottom, found support off of that. A little bit of a wedge breakout that we're looking to have happen. If it can start trading back into, above 150 pretty consistently, so 150, 155, 160, definitely be looking for that one to come through. All right, so let's check out some unusual options for Carvana, and let me see if I can pull up my, 1 second here. One thing we forgot to look at was this. All right, let's look at the option strikes for this week. No, for FSLY. All right, so looking at these, let's go Delta. The Delta, let's see. All of these are pretty much well within our risk profile. So the 25 strikes closed at $1.15. Those, the Delta 50, that's pretty decent. I would be willing to maybe look at these 27s at about 50 cents, right? 27 calls, possibly the 28s, loading up on the 28s, but those 27s have got a pretty decent delta compared to where price is. So I think those will easily be a double, maybe even a triple. And then to the downside, I want to look at these, maybe these 23s. Oh, look at the bid-ask spread on these. They're huge. Huge bid-ask spreads, right? Let's do the 24 puts, 27 calls. All right, and finally, and then Carvana, getting back to that. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place today. New puppies got me sleeping weird. All right, Carvana, into Friday, started to get close above the 200 SMA, above point of control, and above VWAP. SAC positive moving averages, waiting for that slingshot squeeze to release to the upside. MACD crossover, and we're just currently right in the middle from the RSI perspective. Carvana is currently trading at negative 2.5 ATRs. For a move back to the 21 puts us at 175, which is also previous highs. Slingshot squeeze getting ready to release. Maybe a rally into earnings, and ready and fires getting ready to pop off. Now, currently trading right at the 4-hour mid. So the move would be 4-hour mid to 4-hour top, or a reject 4-hour mid back down to the 4-hour bottom, but we'd have to break through the daily cloud. Daily cloud's pretty significant support, and since it's a daily bottom, we'd look for the move from daily bottom, 4-hour mid, to monthly bottom cloud top. Right, we're at the most support that this stock is going to have. So that move would be 145 support, move to 155, above 155 to 160. Now, what does it do when it gets into this 4-hour cloud? It'll either go through it, right, start making that move up to the daily mid at 175, or it's going to reject it like it did here and come back to the mid, right? So that's the flow for Carvana in the cloud, right, up through the daily to the top of the 4 hours, right, that 160. Above 160, we get 165. $20 ATR, is that correct? It's still a little off. I wonder if this has to do with... Let's look at the 14-day. There we go. 14-day daily. See how it's just chilling down here at the monthly bottom? Massive support. Right, so we're looking for that move back up to 175. Right, and then 200. I don't know if it's going to get that far. Do think we can move. I think we can do 160, 165. 160, 165 on Carvana. Looks like point of control's at 156. Gonna get the 50, 200 crossover, which is bullish. Slingshot, squeeze is getting ready to release. Looks like it just fired off. Ready and fire is getting ready to blast off. So I definitely feel pretty confident in that move from 150, 155, 160. Right, so 150, 155, 160. I think that lines up with everything else. As far as weird options go, we've got, looks like February 18th strike. Let's see, how do they line this up? Because that doesn't seem right. The 4th, right? Yeah, February 18th. 180s have got the most most action. So our premise of 150, 155, 160 seems to work pretty good. And then as far as Carvana goes, look at the 28th premium. 20 cents? Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. All right, so Delta 70 calls Carvana can make a big move. Interesting. Looking at the bid-ask spread on these are super wide. So definitely the options chain is jacked up on the call side. Let's try the right strike. There we go. I was like, those are jacked up. So 150s, 155s, and 160s, right? I would even be willing to go out to probably the 165s. And 160 is pretty much as far as I want to go because of the bid-ask spread, right? That's only about a 15-cent difference. So let's look at those. I know they're a little pricey, but I think it'll definitely well be worth it, okay? All right, and then moving on to... Let's see, what was the last one we were going to look at? Spotify? Oh, I have an easy way to find out. Let's go here. AFRM, which is probably one of my more favorite stocks for this week. I should have traded it last week. Big old move. Ups and downs all last week. Prices trading with the flow index. So flow index is making higher highs, higher lows. This is a big old 1, 2, possibly 3, 4, 5 type of move that we're looking at. It's fought its way up from dark pool resistance all the way up through these dark pool levels. So the key would be a break above 60. Yeah. Key is the break above 60 on AFRM. Looks like it's taken out some of this longer term overhead trend line resistance, right? It's broken that, it's came back, it's back tested it. Looking for the algo, the flow index to continue to make higher highs and higher lows. It is coming up into resistance, so if it can get through that, we'd look at it for a move 60, above 60 for a move to 65, possibly 70. That might be asking a lot for a stock that's already made a pretty decent recovery move. We also have the downside on these, so if it's a failed move, let's look at the downside, shall we? So AFRM, currently trading at -2 ATR. We're looking for that rally back up to 21, which would be the $72 price level. Does have earnings coming up next week, so this would be the rally into earnings for next week. Slingshot squeeze, getting ready to release. Ready and fires, getting ready to fire off. Big old nice bull flag forming after hours, so we might get some gap. You might get a little bit of a gap down for profit taking before the next leg up. Right, see how it's fought its way from the 4-hour bottom to the mid, right, from the mid to the top. It's in the daily cloud now. What we want to see happen is that we want to see it fight from the daily cloud bottom to the weekly cloud, which is also the daily mid, right? So it would come up, it would back test the 4-hour top for a move to the daily top at 71, and then finally a move up to 80, 82. Okay, contrarian, it rejects this 4-hour cloud and does not maintain its stack positive moving averages in the daily cloud, right? So it rejects here and it comes back down to 55, and below 55 comes all the way back down to 49. Okay, so there's the move two ways, and then AFRM, a little easier to see it on this chart. 4-hour bottom, 4-hour mid, rejected it, found some support, went through the 4-hour mid, up into the daily cloud, back tested the daily cloud, 4-hour mid for support, and it's fighting its way through. Bull flag forming. Really interested to see what happens above 60, 65 for a move up to about, what is that? Move up to 70. Yeah, move up to 72. May get a pullback, so we do have a downside, right? 4-hour mid, 4-hour bottom, 50, 55, right? 60, 65, 70, or 60, 55, 50. Pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is what I'm excited about here, right? So we're above point of control, right? We've also got stack positive moving averages, 13, 21, 34, 50, 200. Bull flag forming, right? Looking for a squeeze to fire off to the long side. Radiant fires fired off to the mid, right? So we've got lots of positives happening here, right? Big ol' nice stack positive, gappy moving averages, right? As far as unusual options go, looking like this week's 60 calls and 56 puts. Affirm this week 60 calls and 56 puts. I've got the most unusual options, and we want to go this week's 60 calls. I would probably even be willing to go out all the way, dude. We could go all the way out here to 65, right? Those are well within it. Maybe even the 70s for a buck. Yeah, we could do the 70s. So lots of upward potential, and then to the downside, those 55s, right? 55s are at about a 30 delta, and then the 50s are at about 15 delta. That's really what it did. See how the flow index kind of did a little bit of a bull flag breakout, right? I was talking about this last week. Failed reversal. It's got some pretty significant, right, overhead resistance that it looks like it's trying to break out of. Bouncing right up a dark bull level at 169.50, up through, right? We needed to get through this regular block at 175 ISK. Sorry, I got a new puppy and he's just trying to find his spot in the world, right? So, upward trend line, a little bit of divergence that's occurred. I'm going to call the divergence occurring here at 190. So that's going to be my target, right? Seriously, puppies, gotta love them. All right, last little bit here. All right, for Spotify, I've not traded Spot before, but from what I understand, it has a tendency to move really well. And looking at it, currently trading at negative, almost negative 3 ATRs. Oh, bummer, has earnings this week. Why am I picking everything that has earnings? You know, all right, let me look at something here. All right, we're going to do Lemonade instead. There's a freebie for you if you wanted to play a spot. You know what the flow index is doing. You know what we're looking for. Lemonade's the next up on our list because I wish that we could see earnings on the flow index charts. All right, good bullish divergence. Yeah, I can just pull these out all day, right? You're like, where does he keep getting these from? Yes, I have a list of about 30. All right, and out of that list, I tried to find the best one. So a series of higher lows and higher highs. Okay, I'm looking for that divergence to complete right around the $32 level. Right, we're getting a little bit of a double bottom. Overhead resistance breakout is going to be super important for a move up to 30. Above 30, there's another trading zone that starts at about 34, right? 28 to 30, 32, 30 to 32 to 34, okay? Pretty easy peasy. Trading at negative 2 ATR. That 21-day EMA is at 34. 50 is at 42. I mean, we're way below a bunch of stuff, so we got to have a pretty decent level of support here. Long running, drawn out, slingshot squeeze, getting ready to release. Radiant fires trying to make its move to the upside. Lemonade, big move, rejected the 50, pulled back, trying to fight the 50 again. Stack positive moving averages. We may get a little bit of a pullback currently at the 4-hour mid, right? 4-hour bottom is way down here at below previous lows. So what this is telling me is that this daily cloud is probably going to be the new base. If we can break above 29.50, back test for a move to the 4-hour top at 32. If we get through 32, right? 4-hour mids at 34, 38 after that. It's probably going to be an awful lot to ask for this stock since it did make a big move into last week. Sorry, 4-hour mid, 4-hour top, right? So above 29.50 to 31.50 to 34.50 to 38, right? So Lemonade, waiting for we've got the potential for a pretty significant crossover to happen here. Stack positive 8. We got 13, 21, 34, 50. Waiting for all of these to cross above the 200. If it gets above the 200 like it did here, we're going to get a big old move, right? That's the move we're looking to capture. Really, it's getting to be crunch time here, right? It's just being squeezed pretty significantly by the moving averages and unusual options. Let's see what they got. Nothing really big for us coming in. So for me, I'm going to look above 29.50, 30, right? I gave you the levels. And then finally, hold on one second. Oh, let's just do it. All right, so above 29.50 for a move to 31, 32. Let's look at these. I'd be willing to even go those. You might want to give. Let's do this. Let's say those option chain is jacked. All right, so what do we got here? 32 is probably the max I'd want to go on these. I'd prefer to get. Yeah, I'd prefer to get something with a higher delta. That's a big old spread, That's about a 10-cent spread. So let's look at the 32s and then the 28s. 32 calls, 28 puts for Lemonade, and that's it. I think we got them all. I apologize for the confusion. So the final ones are going to be FSLY, Carvana, Affirm, and Lemonade. I'm Dark Polago. Thanks for joining me on another Weekend Watch This Building session. Appreciate everybody's support. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Go ahead and turn on those notifications so that every time we put out a video, you get to see it first before everybody else. And if you have not signed up for the Weekend Watch List, check us out at darkpoolcharts.com. While you're there, get your free trial of FlowTrade. Check out predicted trades. There's a coupon for 10% off for predicted trades, and you got a free trial of FlowTrade. So thanks for joining me. I will see you all Monday morning for the weekend or for the live stream. I'm coming to you at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So stay safe, stay green, and have a great weekend.